Queen Cleopatra, the last sovereign ruler of ancient Egypt, is perhaps the most famous Egyptian pharaoh of all time, mostly due to her famous shrewdness and charm and her affairs with famous Roman statesmen Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. But one thing that often leads to confusion is the question whether Cleopatra was actually Egyptian or whether she was Greek. But where does this confusion come from? Well, Cleopatra was the last ruler of the Egyptian Ptolemaic dynasty, descended from the famous general in service to Alexander the Great, Ptolemy Soter. Following the death of Alexander, his empire was split amongst his generals, with Egypt falling to Ptolemy. Now the Ptolemies greatly encouraged the Hellenization of Egypt, ruling from their capital of Alexandria, a center of Hellenistic culture. Cleopatra, like all her predecessors, was educated in the Hellenistic tradition and raised in the Greek language. And yet, Cleopatra was born in Egypt and lived there all her life. The queen also displayed an affinity for Egyptian culture. She was the first and only Ptolemaic ruler to learn the Egyptian language, and actively fostered an image of herself as the reincarnation of the Egyptian goddess Isis. In truth, the question whether Cleopatra was Greek or Egyptian is rather nonsensical. The queen both maintained her Greek identity and actively sought to connect with native Egyptian culture, painting her as a prime example of cultural syncretism that stands in contrast to our modern, unrealistically static views of culture and ethnicity. Now, as always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe and become a channel member to enjoy exclusive benefits.